I've heard the theory that the advent of air conditioning in homes led to the decline of social interaction. People used to sit out on the front porch and they'd see their neighbors and they'd talk to them and they'd be involved in their lives. But air conditioning brought them inside, and then front porches became a relic. This was the first social isolation. Growing up, our house had a big front porch, probably bigger than any room in the house. We had a big swing, there were chairs, and we spent our time out on the front porch. Sometimes when it was really hot, we'd even sleep out there. Now, the house I've got doesn't even have a front porch. We spend our time inside. Now that's by government order. The gospel reading for the second week of Easter was told by John. And John told about the first Easter. The disciples were hiding in their homes, locked doors, afraid to go outside, afraid. The third week of Easter, our reading is from Luke. Luke tells about the same day, but Luke's version doesn't have anybody hiding in fear. He has two men walking home. They're leaving Jerusalem, going home after that tragedy of Passover. I've always been a walker. I get out almost every day and I walk. I walk around my subdivision. In the past, I've seen other people come out, bring their dogs out, then they're right back in the house. But since we've had this mandated stay-at-home order, I've been walking and I see a lot more people out. Neighbors are out walking and we say hello to each other and we wave. Couples walking, families walking, playing with their children. And they're greeting each other as we go past each other. If I had a front porch, I could sit out there all day and greet people. Now, this is a resurrection story. A story of getting out, knowing neighbors I'd never met before. And every greeting that we have for each other is really saying, I love you. I see God in every face that I see as I pass. The lesson from the two different Gospels is that Jesus came to those disciples wherever they were. In John's version, they were holed up in their homes, and Jesus came to them. He even came back the next week for Thomas, who wasn't there the first time. He came back. He'll come back for it until we're all gathered into his home. The reading from Luke has two men out walking the road. Jesus came to them, and he walked with them all the way home. The Bible tells us that it was 7 miles from Jerusalem to Emmaus. Now, 7 is a biblical symbol for completeness. So Jesus walked with them completely all the way home. And he stayed with them until they recognized that he was God. So Jesus came to them. He gave them peace. And he keeps coming back. And he'll come to you whether you're on the road or whether you're hiding in your house in fear. This is a resurrection story. Christ is risen. Hallelujah.